playoff football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we are at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Washington football team and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he returns this to the 22.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Vita Vea, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some big jelly or something like that.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. The pass complete to Hakeem Butler. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. On play action, Haskins. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Haskins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense. But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Brady. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
For the Buccaneers.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Haskins. Flush to his right. That's complete to Butler. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Play action. Haskins. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Not much there, only a yard.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. And before the second down. Play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Khalil Mack. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. A tough spot for Haskins in Washington here. 3rd and long after that last sack. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And he'll complete this to Gibson. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet.
It's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. On the delay, Jones. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
By Reuben Foster.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover.
And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Hakeem Butler, an 80-yard touchdown. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On 2nd and 7, Brady escaping the pressure right. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Bucs on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Brady. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a 1st down as well. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Brady eluding the pressure right. Incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at him right now and say, let's get away from him entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
For the Buccaneers,
They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
Operating from the gun. Brady got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
10 at the 21-yard line.
Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made by Chase Young. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
56. 56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56.
Looking to throw on second down. Brady. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And 5.
Watch the whip. Regular.
From the gun, Brady. Open man has got one. It's complete. And the Bucs are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited by what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on second and third down here.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now third and goal.
Here's Jones. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got great push up front, and that forces fourth and goal.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Washington.
Operating from the gun. Haskins, open man, Butler complete. That catch good for only a couple.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Second and 8. They go play action with Haskins. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Haskins going to throw again. And he finds McLaurin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
First down.
They go play action now. Haskins. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
Complete.
Steven Sims, 29 yards. And Washington going to add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
His throw caught at about the 5. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half. And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
The throw over the middle, taken in, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
41-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A tackle by Cole Holcomb.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Brady's throw there complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 2 catches in the 1st half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Montez Sweat gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this 2nd half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the 1st half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
And this one is incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Now Brown. The 55-yard punt that time with a return of about 14. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
42-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get him done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Check three.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Alabama. Mark 55.
From the gun, Brady. Flushed out right. Looking downfield for Godwin. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Got a man, it's Gibson, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. They'll try the left side. It's Gibson. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the Buccaneers.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Here's Haskins out of the gun. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. It'll be a gain of 9, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs, because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down.
Justin Hopkins for the Washington field goal. A 19-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They fake the handoff. Now Brady looking long for Westbrook. And it's knocked away and incomplete. D.D. Westbrook is intended receiver. And it's second down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Looking downfield for Godwin. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 53 yards. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
Now Haskins on first down. Open man completes it to Butler. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Complete to
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
26 yards. First down, Washington.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first and 10, it's Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
24 yards the gain there, another first down as well.
First down, Washington.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's first and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now it's Haskins. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
To number 39.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And the Washington first down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
TJ Green.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Washington on third down,
2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion.
and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else. It makes a dramatic play.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Touchdown.
Antonio Gibson. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Is good.
And his kick is good.
Makes this Washington 34. Buccaneers 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
9-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It certainly has not been the outing that they envisioned on their home turf in the divisional round of the playoffs, and they have been pushed around, and now their backs against the wall. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
He's tackled at the...
They know that old expression, it's not my night.
gain of 3.
It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones, room here to run. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
7 more yards. That's another Buccaneers 1st down.
Brady now on 1st down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
Antonio Gibson.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Gibson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
Tonight's finals, Washington 34.
And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super